Okay, and we're live.
We're back for probably a short one because you are feeling a little bit under the weather.
Yeah, if I sound like booty cheeks, it's because I kind of feel like booty cheeks.
Hopefully not
But
too bad.
no, it's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's just allergies, but you know.
hmm
So
Yeah,
I was
we'll
pulling
try to
up
get
the F1 app.
through it, and it's a little late, but
Yeah,
we did get it before the race, so
true,
there's
true.
that.
And life was lifing once again. So,
Yeah, you're a busy woman now
so are
these
you.
days.
So are
Yeah,
you.
but yeah, we can get right into it. I just wanted to, since it's weird when you start the season, you have like one race one week, then the next week race the other week, and then a week off feels like forever. It just feels like
5
this.
billion
Yeah.
years.
And it's just like, oh, the season has started. You kind of like, we're still not into it. We still don't know much about the cars or how these race. I mean, we know we can assume some things so far, but
Sure.
I wanted to get your recap on how would you just describe, and there's no word limit, how would you describe the season so far, 2 races in? What are your thoughts? Feelings as well. Doesn't have to be analysis.
Um, I don't want to be too negative about
Go
it.
ahead. No, pop off.
My first the first word that came to mind was like a little disappointed,
Okay.
just because the racing feels so different
Mm.
and because it's looking like no matter what Mercedes is going to be very dominant, and that feels a little dreadful. However, there have been some like bright lights at the end of the tunnel, so it's like it's kind of like an emotional roller coaster like you had mentioned, right? That it's like again, it's still early days, and I
That's what I
always
was gonna say.
right, and I always think about how it seems historically, I don't know if this is true, since I've watched halfway through the season, things change dramatically.
I'll get to that. Yeah.
That especially happened last year too with Max's like
Almost
final
every
push.
year. Every year
Right.
this happens. The year
Right.
McLaren started
Yep.
poor
Yep.
and then ended as the best team.
Right.
Ferrari starting poor one season and then
Yep.
ending technically as the best team.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah. So I'm holding out hope that like I'm trying not to be too disappointed yet. I'm holding my breath. Maybe that's the word. Like I'm kind of holding my breath, waiting to see what will happen. I haven't like yeah, I haven't fully
okay.
given up
No, it's
hope.
fine. That's good. That's good. So who would be, maybe we'll do booms and busts, but who would be, you'd say, is the biggest surprise? Good surprise. We'll steal it from Matt and Tommy. Why not? Biggest good surprise so far.
um in the season or just
So two
China?
two races in, just this season so far. Not looking at preseason testing. Just like if you narrow in on those 2 races so
Yeah,
far.
Lewis Hamilton.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. That's a good one.
He got I mean, I'm a little biased, of course,
All
as
right.
always. You always take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
However, him finally getting a podium at China, I think
took
is a pretty big
something
deal.
he couldn't accomplish all of
Right,
last season.
right.
The entirety of last season couldn't do
Yup,
that.
yup.
All right, biggest letdown.
For me personally,
Right.
Williams.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would say Williams, just because I like both the drivers. I was gonna say I think the biggest letdown in general, for sure, Aston Martin.
Right,
I
but
don't really care about them that
they're a
much.
league of their own when it comes to like letdown. Like almost
Right,
we can't even review them or talk about them
right.
because they have yet to finish a
And I
race.
don't really care about Aston Martin. I care about Fernando Alonso, and that's it. Um, so like I don't care. It's kind of it's kind of making me chuckle a little bit that like Lawrence Stroll is doing so terribly at managing this team.
Yeah.
Like um, but for me personally, I think Williams has been pretty disappointing just because I would say they're my number two team.
Nice. I'm
So
sorry. I think my allergies are killing me too.
oh no,
There
I'm
must be
so sorry.
something.
I did not mean to do that right into the
There's
microphone.
something in the air.
Yeah, it's spring is springing, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Then I don't know if you have your phone near you for the
Mhm.
fantasy. I just wanted to say, what in your mind is the winning fantasy strategy so far? Because I
Ooh.
have a opinion. I'll
I know
do you
what
want
your
me to,
opinion is.
what?
Max.
Oh yeah, I think Max and okay, yeah, I'll just go
Yeah.
Max and then the best team. I think he's, because of his ability to work his way through the pack so far,
Mhm.
regardless of his starting position, means he's almost like guaranteeing a high level of points,
Yeah.
barring a DNF or a DNS.
Right, right.
But it's like you can probably beginning, because of his poor performances, start getting him at a discount. Because
True,
with
true.
I don't know. I need to research actually how they were doing pricing, but it seems like they were doing pricing based on like Vegas odds rather than actual
Hmm.
performance.
Right, right,
So I'm hoping that the pricing of these drivers will be reflective based on actually how they performed, and it
right.
will move based on form.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll
We'll see.
see.
That's kind of
That's what it says will
yet to be
happen, but I
seen.
don't know. So I think combining Max Verstappen with the best team has been the best strategy, and then I think Formula One fantasy has always been about taking the least mistake prone or least most reliable drivers and
Mm,
teams for the cheapest amount of money.
right, right,
It's been getting your top people, and then just who's not going to screw you over.
right.
As basic is that basically the name of the game. But I want
Yeah.
to see what you think, because you
I
probably have a different
think
strategy than me.
I think um I mean if you're not gonna I think the most obvious answer would be to take Mercedes and George Russell if you're really trying to
Right?
maximize points.
You think that's the winning strategy?
I think that's the most obvious, but it's
Fair.
not fun. And
No.
I'm not gonna do that. And I'm doing quite well not doing that so far. I wanna just mention I am in second place right now. So
Really?
yeah, but I did use a no negative
Wow.
chip last time, so there's a chance that could have been much different. But I mean, the thing I really like, I think, to do is to find the best value drivers. For
Mm.
me, the ones that like cost not much, but usually get you a lot of
Do you have a pro
points.
tip then for
Ollie Behrman right
Ollie
now
Behrman
is,
and
I mean,
Haas?
that's a statistic you can see on the F1 Fantasy app. It's kind of nice they have like
We
statistics this
mentioned that
year.
before the season
Yeah,
started.
yeah. And I think I'm hoping, I don't know, it's gonna be tough, but I still have eyes on Isaac.
Yeah.
He's well priced if he does well in that Red Bull seat, but that's still
Yeah.
yet to
I
be
mean, while we're
seen.
on Ollie Behrman, what's my prediction? I said this almost a year ago. So what? Today's March 28th, 2026. So what did I say on March like 28th, 2025? That Ollie
Is
Behrman,
gonna be a future Ferrari driver.
yes.
Yep.
Write this down,
Yeah.
everybody. Like I feel so like I can see every equation. I can just
Is it
see
because
it.
he low key kind of looks like a mini Charles?
No, he rose through the Ferrari program,
Yeah,
has driven a Ferrari in Saudi Arabia before,
that's true.
is performing incredibly well
Yep.
at Haas, which runs a Ferrari engine.
Mm.
So I just think
So when
I
Lewis
think it's a
Hamilton,
matter of not if but when Ollie Behrman,
I think
because
that's a pretty educated guess.
it's I don't know. Yeah, it's tough to predict that Ferrari seat, but
Well, it's tough because the timing probably is going to have to be just right,
it
and
will.
who
It
knows
will.
when it sounds like, again, who knows? Crazier things have happened, but like the most likely scenario would be Lewis Hamilton retiring,
Hmm.
Ollie Behrman stepping into that seat, but
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton coming into that seat to begin with was a pretty big upset, so you never know, you
Yeah.
know.
Yep. Okay. So you kind of alluded to this in, the first one, but my question is, who do you think will win the development race? So you said
Mm.
you said it always ends different than when it starts.
Yeah.
Who is going to be the king of development this year?
Who's going to improve the most like
Y-
halfway through the season,
Basically, yeah,
basically?
from what we know right now to it's tough to say.
It is. It is. I don't want to say Ferrari.
Okay.
I don't want to say Ferrari because I don't sometimes when they try to improve things when they're
Yeah.
doing well, it makes it worse.
Mm,
So I am worried about that. I would say development wise, this is kind of a loophole, maybe a cheat code. Aston Martin. Like they can't
okay,
be doing much
sure.
worse, right?
Sure. I mean, out of the relevant teams, who wins the development race?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they're probably going to be the most improved, like
Yeah.
technically,
Yeah.
right? You would think with Adrian Newey. Um,
But
I'm gonna say Red Bull.
okay. Nice.
Because I think if they don't, Max is gonna raise hell. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
be really motivated to fix that car so that Max doesn't leave because
Keep
he's
Max
already
happy.
threatening to retire. So
Yeah,
that
that's true.
line, I don't know if people heard it on the broadcast. Well, because no, they didn't because he cussed. But at one point in the
God
race
forbid.
in China, he was told to retire the car,
Yeah.
and Max goes, "Might as well just effing retire from the sport."
Oh, yeah. Which is wild that why does Formula One feel so censored these days?
I don't
They're
know.
so hyper aware of their image.
Well, cussing has never been allowed on like live
They used
TV
to do
like
the
that.
Grid Girls. They used to do
Okay,
all
well,
kinds of edgier things, and obviously they've gone. I'm not saying you need to be edgy like that, but you just at least don't hide as much as they do to like
right? Because you
create the
didn't
most
even. I
polished
feel like they do
experience.
censor it usually. They didn't even play that part, and I
Yeah,
don't know if that's an FIA
right. They
thing.
used to you used
Yeah,
to hear the in the comm.
right. I don't know if it's because of the censorship stuff around like FIA
Yeah,
and
it's gotta be.
criticizing the new
It's
regs.
gotta be so soft.
Weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but anyway, I think it's
Which
going
is
to be
making for which is making for some really like boring interviews it seems.
sanitized.
Right, it's like everyone feels like they're walking on eggshells and like they can't really speak their mind,
So
you know?
PR-y.
Yes, yes, it feels like very very PR,
Which is
very
why I
PR.
know, like, if you're unless you're like really following F1 news, the Max Verstappen news is not going to really register with a lot of people. But
Yeah.
Max literally kicked a reporter out of his press conference and wouldn't say a word before until the reporter left. Like, okay, have an opinion on that, sure, but you gotta admit that it's at least more entertaining than the PR responses you get from George Russell or everybody else on the grid. That at least this guy's saying what's on his mind and
Mm,
is almost let the emotion fly. Let it. It's
yeah.
it's better to see. It's better for the sport.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're on the track, don't let the emotion fly, which Max can do sometimes.
Yes.
But
But they all can. I mean, when your
right.
adrenaline's pumping like that, like
No, yeah.
nobody us lay people, us, civilians, so to speak, will never know what it's like to be in that situation, you know? So it's like I don't think we can speak too much on
Yeah.
what people say in a moment of more heightened adrenaline than I would say like a
Yeah.
regular sporting situation.
Yeah. And we ask them to be so buttoned up. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, hey, that was
As
a
from a therapist perspective, honestly, probably unhealthy, bottling it all up.
Damn. Yeah, tell them.
Well,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
let the F1 drivers cuss and scream.
Yeah. All right. Race expectations then.
For Japan?
Japan. Japanese Grand Prix.
Are we not
Suzuka.
talking about China at all?
Great race. No. Not
No,
really.
there were some things to talk about there.
Sure, but I didn't really want to talk about them.
Antonelli.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was a great moment.
It was. Yeah.
Are you a hater, bro?
No. I'm not. I
It
just
was
don't want to talk about it.
it was nice to not see it be Russell
Sure. I just don't think there's going to be
and Lewis Hamilton
an
on the
actual
podium.
competition between Antonelli and Russell. I think that was just an unfortunate. Like he had issues with the car, you say. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking about the thing that I was thinking about is like the emotion piece of it. Why I think people are more endeared towards Antonelli. You saw how emotional he was up on that podium. It meant something to him.
he hasn't been broken yet.
Well, but it's his first one. It means a lot,
Mhm.
right? And that is like, okay, I can maybe forgive the Mercedes dominance to be able to see something like that. The thing that really miffs me, is that a word? Is George Russell's complete lack of emotion. He's won and he's just like, "Yep, that is what it is."
He acts like he's won so many races.
I
You were
know.
actually you've won a fair amount of races.
Yeah.
I can look at it's a
Yeah,
handful.
yeah.
But this isn't your every Sunday you've ever had.
Right.
Just
I've heard Max with more emotion on wins. Like some
Yeah.
of the wins he got last year, he was really excited
Yes,
about.
wow, that was,
Right.
that was tough, or,
Which is saying something when Max is showing more emotion in that way, like sentimentally,
yeah.
as opposed to just angry.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Borderline
So yeah,
violence.
what's your expectations for Japan?
For Japan, I really like this track. So, what?
Great analysis.
I like Japan. I think it's a fun track to watch. It's very technical. I don't I don't know. I don't know. Do you think they've done much within this break? Like, do you think they've added new
I think
features? Do you
so.
think
I
they've
think it's so early
Okay.
on that
Well, and then the FIA already did change part of the
the
regulation
ratio, I don't
for
know,
the megajoules
the
or whatever the
18,
heck.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was like it was for qualifying power. Now it's at 28
They went from like
megajoules
19
instead
to
of
19
29.
megajoules to like
No,
18 or something.
yeah,
That like, oh, thank you. That's what we were all
perfect.
asking for.
Right. Thank goodness. I
So
totally know what that means. However, even Max apparently had said that probably would be very
it's a
helpful.
step in the right direction.
So
Sure.
I guess we'll see. I don't know what it means. I'm assuming it's the amount of power, like battery
Yeah.
power, you can deploy during quali.
More shift to the combustion engine than the electric.
Ah,
So
let's hope so.
yeah.
So expectations low, probably.
All right. So go booms and busts then.
My predicted booms and busts.
Yeah.
Oh, we've never done that before. Usually,
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
previous booms and busts.
Well, we're so late
I
on
know.
the other one, and we're like it's in
What do I get if I'm right?
2 hours. Practice one starts.
What do I get if I'm right?
I was gonna say like a kiss or something.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I'll take
I was
that.
like,
I'll take that.
I'll give you, but that was so
You're-
cheesy.
You'll give me that anyway.
I know, I know.
You have to. I'm your wife.
Hmm.
I need steaks, you know.
I thought you meant like a steak. Like,
I'll take that. I'll take that.
I'll cook you.
Yeah,
I'll
make me a
cook you a
steak.
steak. Yes.
Heck yeah. Okay. Ooh, okay, now pressure's on. Boom. It sounded like I was really ready to
Boom.
give a good answer there. Bust is probably gonna be easier. Does
Yeah,
it have
start-
to be one that is like kind of a surprise? Like, are we trying to be cheeky with
No,
it?
you
Or
can
I go easy?
Go easy with it.
Can my bust be Aston Martin?
But that means if they finish the race, that's not a bust for them.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, basically, I'll give you that point if they
Lance
don't.
Stroll. Can I choose Lance Stroll instead?
No,
Oh,
has to be. You said Aston Martin.
then I
'Cause-
switched it.
Bust. Your bust is Lance Stroll not finishing, but that
I know,
that's
it's
the
too
that's the level
easy.
that
I
they're at.
know, I know.
They're 2 for 2 on that. So
Okay, you're
you know
right. That's not really a bust. That's expected at this point.
Right.
That's like what is okay. Give me yours first.
Okay. Boom. I'm gonna go McLaren.
Oh,
I think I
okay.
didn't talk about this earlier, but I wanted to. It's because with the Mercedes power unit in the McLaren, I think the ceiling for them is so high, and it's whatever Mercedes accomplishes, that's the ceiling of McLaren, and they can go out and achieve that. They just need to figure out the car, they need to figure out the package, how to deploy the battery throughout the lap, and then they can eventually get to their level. Whether
Okay.
they do that this season or not, it's to be determined. But I think if you're a Ferrari fan, I think you need to actually be looking in your rearview mirrors at McLaren more than you need to be looking at Mercedes, because we don't know what the ceiling for the Ferrari car is. You know, we kind of know the floor, like they'll be competitive at least.
Yeah.
But they haven't shown that they're at their height, that they can punch with the Mercedes yet.
I feel like this is kind of a loophole though, because it's like for them to be a boom is pretty low stake, like low.
No, I'm talking
expectations.
boom. I'm talking their second fastest this week. Like they split the Ferraris and the Mercedes. Like they are like it's Russell, Antonelli, Norris, Piastri.
Okay.
And then the Ferraris behind them.
Okay.
So that's kind of, that would be a boom for them. And even if they're like mixed in with the Ferraris, but still one of them's higher than the Ferraris, then I would think that's a boom too. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I have high expectations for them, and they've won the development race a few seasons in a row for now. So
Mm,
I have faith in whatever team they have established that develops the car
yeah,
to actually develop. So sorry, that's bad. That's probably bad news if you're a Ferrari fan, but
I don't believe
it's
it.
what I think is going to happen.
I don't believe it.
Busts, I will go with. Hmm. I'm going to go with Racing Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think
Are
this is
you?
pure.
Do we have to choose team?
No, I just feel like it.
Okay.
Pre race, I feel like a
Okay.
team.
Okay.
I don't feel like calling it. I don't feel like giving bad juju to any
All
one of those
right.
drivers,
All right.
you know, or before the race.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stick to teams.
Okay.
Keep it open. I don't know why. I just feel like they've been pretty well, and sometimes they lose the development race, and they show
Mm,
like Racing Bulls historically. They've been like fantastic at some circuits, and then disappear at others.
mm,
And I think that trend's gonna continue.
okay.
So yeah, sticking with teams.
Okay. I think my bust is gonna be Red Bull.
I was thinking about it,
Yeah.
and I said I couldn't, so I chose Racing
Yeah.
Bulls.
So that's
Okay.
gonna be it for me. And then the boom is hard because I feel like I don't want to just choose McLaren either. And I don't think that'll be the case, actually. I don't think they're gonna be a boom. Everyone's saying that for some reason. I don't really know. But it's like then who else is left for a boom? You know what I mean? It's like
Anybody about punching above their weight, you know.
Haas.
Lovely. That's a good one.
I don't know why. Just vibes.
Yeah.
They're doing well. They're doing well.
Yeah. It's good.
Wait. Rescind that.
Okay,
Boom.
you can do it as many
Well,
times as you want.
Boom. Alpine.
Okay. Okay.
Pierre Gasly.
Yeah, yeah. And another one who has the Mercedes power unit.
Yeah. Pierre Gasly's been doing well. I would choose can I just choose just Pierre Gasly as my
Sure.
boom?
Yeah. And that's something that I'm actually afraid of.
The
Because
people that
the
have
Alpines are fast.
the
That
Mercedes
as the
engines.
dust kind of settles and people move forward and back, people are like the power unit. They're just going to be lined up based on their power unit.
I hope not. I hope not.
And I obviously I hope not, but
What's going on with the Ferrari? The chicken wing. What's it called? The
kebab wing, the Macarena wing.
The chicken wing.
We had chicken for dinner.
Yes. Why have they not pulled that out? Has it been deemed illegal?
No, it hasn't. I just don't think they think it's faster.
Oh,
So
that's unfortunate. I want to see I'm gonna call it the chicken wing now.
the chicken wing, yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't really move like a chicken wing.
No, it doesn't. But what does Macarena mean?
I don't know. Kebab makes the most sense.
Yeah, I
for
do.
Me.
I think that does make sense.
Moves like a kebab. If you don't
Yeah.
know what we're talking about, the DRS flap. Here, show them on the car.
Oh yeah.
The wing on the car opens for DRS
Shoop.
to let airflow through, and the car have less drag. But they've designed it to where it flips once and then flips again.
Which is not usually the case. Usually it just like opens. But this time it like goes full like shoop.
Yeah.
Right?
So
You've done
yeah,
a shoop.
it does a 180
Yeah.
instead of just a open.
Open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a 90.
And I think because the curve on it when it's fully in 180 is less drag. And then I don't know.
Well, I want to see
I don't like
it.
when we try to do technical stuff.
I think it's hilarious. I like it. I like the
Yeah.
technical side of things.
All right.
Even though I don't understand
Thank
it.
you for powering through this.
Thank you. And any fantasy stuff you want to mention?
No, I mean it's pretty tight. Early days. We talked about best strategy, but I think do never not have. You could say that easier. Always pick the driver you root for on your fantasy team. It's fantasy is just going to be the most fun, and then build the team from there. But pick your driver or your team, and then build from there. I don't think there's any one strategy that's better than the other that doesn't allow you to have your driver or your team. So That would be my advice.
My only advice would be if your favorite driver is Lance Stroll,
Yeah,
you're not allowed to be a fan of the sport
rethink some
anymore.
things.
So
Yeah,
if you have Lance Stroll on your team, period,
yeah.
Just-
Call your therapist.
yeah, yeah, that's fair enough.
You allowed to make those jokes, sir?
I am.
Oh, you are.
Yeah,
Sure. Okay. As our representative from the
exactly.
community. You're like, actually, don't send us your Stroll fans.
Yeah, actually, please don't. Please don't.
No, they need the most help. So
That's true.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That
Very
how we end it?
formal. No.
Yeah, it's like a Zoom meeting. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Thanks for listening to my presentation.
Yeah.
I was bowing. I don't know why. Japan.
Japan.
Yeah, we just did a Japanese business deal, I guess.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Box.
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 And away we go.